Good morning. I need to wash my car. Oh my God, the bobcat! Oh my God! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Go!
It's the beat!
No!
Get out! Quincy! Watch out! Oh, shoot that fucker! Get out! Watch out! Watch out! It's a-
Check, check, check.
Cleveland's finest podcast. Cleveland's finest, back. And better than ever, baby. Rob J, and along with me I have...
Kelly McGowan, the Irish Jig.
Along with co-host...
SP. I didn't know if it was I didn't know if I said it or you said.
I prefer it when you say it.
All right.
Welcome to episode 10, where stranger things have happened. A lot coming up on the show to talk about. Among those topics, AI rapper who gets dropped from their label. That is an artificial intelligence rapper. They got dropped. Here, let's see if I can pull myself up here. Here we go. Now I'm joining you guys. You don't know. Along with that, we'll have Brody calling in here shortly from Bloodview Haunted House. September 9th, Bloodview reopens. It is haunting season once again. If you saw the clip earlier, we opened the show with an episode of Cleveland's Finest docuseries where we went in there and got to check out the whole layout, like how the secrets of how they are able to get so many different spots at one point. You know, they show up here and all of a sudden they show up here, and then the whole well, if you check it out, if you go to YouTube, you can check out the full episode, Bloodview Haunted House, which I encourage you to do so. Subscribe, hit the notification button, all that jazz. Also on here, we're going to be talking about a lady. Was it a lady? Is it a lady?
Yeah, I believe it's a lady.
That fell in love.
I know she's married. She's married to a carnival ride.
Interesting.
I really could. I mean, I watched the clip, and I really couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. To be honest with you,
It was, yeah. I don't know the pronouns on that one, but it was crazy.
it was strange.
Strange. There's been stranger things. Later on the show, we'll mention a couple local events happening around an annual Lakewood Zombie and Monster Walk,
Oh wow.
Cleveland Music Awards. But let's see if I got the image of here. This AI rapper.
Let's get into this.
What was it? It's over 10 million followers this AI rapper has. Signed to Capitol Records. Hang on here, we got a caller calling in. You're live, but with Cleveland's Finest. You there? All right, lost it. We got the call. Got the caller calling in. Yeah. Our phone line's messing up already.
Monday through Sunday, yo.
Oh, all right. Well, so yeah, over 10 million followers. AI rapper signed to Capitol Records. They severed their ties with AI rapper called FN Mecca. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
FN Mecca.
FN Mecca.
Fucking Mecca.
Let's get the caller back on here.
Oh, here it
Fix
goes.
the issue. Here's an image for you. AI rapper.
Check him
FN
out.
Mecca. But I guess as far as like stereotypes, content, it was very offensive.
Hello.
Welcome to Cleveland's Finest. We got Booski on the line.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, Boo?
How are ya?
Back and better than ever.
It's good to hear from you.
It's good to hear from you. How's it going?
Good. Playing with the baby at the park.
Nice.
Oh,
It's a beautiful day.
the baseball game. Are you ready? Hold on tight. The joys of being a little kid. You know, just happiness and little things. Great.
So we were just talking about, have you heard of the artificial intelligent made, the AI rapper?
Hold on. Let me. Say that again.
It's going down in the park.
It's going down.
We're just discussing
Going
the
down.
AI rapper FN Mecca.
Oh,
Well, we'll get into that.
well, that's an interesting topic.
What have you been up to? Anything popping off your way? Any celebrities you hanging out with, or?
Well, I love to talk more, but I just wanted to call and say hello. Thank you for taking this call.
Hey, thanks for calling in.
All right, we'll talk soon.
All right, always good to hear from you.
Later.
That was Cleveland's finest alumni, Booski, who's been co-host of the show many times. Shout out, Boo. Thanks for calling in, checking out the show. She's one of those folks that I don't know how, but she's always hanging out and meeting people and always knows what's going on.
Nice.
I wanted to pull up a.
I barely ever know what's going on.
Well, Booski has.
I'm a
Booski has a 411. And you can also catch Booski on replays, Cleveland's Finest, on the Facebook page or the YouTube. Hi, Booski. Oh, there you are. You're in the chat. All right. So let's get into is it FN Mecca?
Effing Mecca. All right.
Listen to one of their songs. You can see what we're talking about here.
Yo, bro, I just got a DM.
Wait, is this it?
You won't believe what it says.
I don't know if it's
Yo
it.
guys, look at this car that FM Mecca just bought.
Oh, that's got to be him.
Shit, man, this dude is crazy.
Wow.
An
Man, I should have this.
leather Gucci.
This ain't gonna kill me.
I don't think that's it either. Is it? Robot rapper is what they call him. Now, why would AIs even say niggas? I mean, off the bat, isn't that like stereotypical?
Because it's popular and all the kids are saying it nowadays.
But
It's the new English.
it can't come up with something other than like.
I mean, I would think if you're a computer system, you could compute to use a different word.
You know what it sounds like?
What?
It sounds like it was modeled off of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yes.
Yes.
I did.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's crazy.
So the kid who created this Mecca, effing Mecca, whatever.
Well, it was created. It's a product of Capitol Records.
Okay.
So they helped to develop him.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I look up to John Gotti.
Fucking on a bitch, her name Tennessee. I'm an AI, I'm a different beast. Watch my whole life, they got all the teeth. Chain so cold, they can ski. 5% can't even see.
Chainsaw Cold what?
They can ski.
With the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Obvious.
I'm was it? Oh, weird. Wow.
You know, my opinion, if they created an AI rapper, you got to put more effort into that. That's effortless. If you're going to create an AI rapper, he better be better than Eminem.
What do you think that they can create? That's a good point to bring up. Do you think that they can create like the best rapper from AI? Is that possible?
I mean,
think
yeah,
it would
I'd
be.
imagine because you could just make it the format in the computer system, right?
Right. And unlimited intelligence and unlimited vocabulary.
Yeah,
Do you think you can rhyme orange with banana?
yeah,
Or nana?
an orange.
Benign an orange. It's just weird. Why not go to the extent as far as like creating AI in government? Like, what is the limit?
You mean like Universal Soldier type shit?
No, I'm talking. Well, I mean, okay, like, yes, but no. As far as like government officials,
Oh, they probably are all fucking AIs.
we got another caller calling in. Let's see what we got here.
I saw something not too long ago about their development of a robot soldier and how they had to stop the program because it started thinking for itself.
Oh wow.
All right, and you're live with us on Cleveland's Finest. What do we got?
You're on, caller.
All right, there we go. All right, you're live. You there?
Yeah. Am I live?
You are live.
I think I'm live.
You are
I
live.
think so.
All right.
We got Brody calling in. We just spoke of earlier. Bloodview Haunted House alumni.
Yeah.
How you doing, my man?
I am doing fantastic. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling great. Much to be desired. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, great to hear from you, buddy. We go way back, ma.
We do. We go back further than you know. So I was talking about Bloodview Haunted House. They are coming back. It is the season for the haunting. You want to tell us a little bit more about the return?
Yeah, sure. Be happy to. So, September the 9th, we return to lovely Broadview Heights, Ohio at 1010 Towpath Road. We return for our 41st season. We are an all-charity haunted house, meaning that all of our proceeds go to charities throughout the northeastern Ohio area, through the Broadview Heights Lions Club. So we're all volunteers working. None of us get paid. That's another point that we like to throw in there. So none of us are collecting a salary for doing what we do. We all, we do it for the charity and for the fun of it. And we also would like to remind people that we are recruiting. If you're interested in volunteering at Bloodview Haunted House, we are looking for volunteers, and our orientation is September the 8th at 7 p.m. if you're interested. If you have to be 14 and up. But we are definitely looking for volunteers this year.
September 8th, all right. So you guys...
Spiritual Hall spiel right there. Yeah.
Mark that down on your calendar. Anything new or different since the filming when you guys are on the docuseries?
So we try to change things up every year. So just kind of for our own benefit as actors, because it is a kind of an improv on Haunted House, so we can kind of... we're not going to... Generally, we don't hand people masks and tell you that this is what you're going to do in this room. So we try to mix it up a little bit. Inside the main house, we've made some alterations. We've added a area that we're calling, I think we're calling it like a Halloween Fear Fest room or something. I don't know what we're calling it, but it's like a Halloween room, basically. We've added a couple different locations. Nothing big. This year, we've expanded the woods a little bit, our outside area. We've added some new pieces and fixtures out there. So for the most part, it's pretty much the Bloodview that most people know. There's 3 outdoor areas. There's 2 areas. There are actually 3 main areas. There's the Gore House. There's our woods, and then the main house, which is basically the main attraction. Those 3 people generally know.
Nice. I like it. And you got, of course, again, you can check out the clips on Cleveland's Finest YouTube channel. Capture all that. You guys a fan of haunted houses?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh.
Is there a ticket price?
So we don't, because we are a charity, we have to operate on a shoestring budget. So we don't have ticket sales online. You'd have to go in person and buy your tickets that way. We do, if you do look for us, we do have some discounts on, what is that? What is this? Man, what is that called? Man, now I'm blanking out.
Groupon?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Groupon. That's it. We do have Groupons available. If you go on Groupon, you look for Bloodview. We do have some discounts on there. For I believe it's for a fast pass and then for group rates. So if you go on Groupon, you can search Bloodview, and there are some discounts there. You can buy those. You can get those tickets printed off, or buy them through Groupon and go from there.
Nice. I didn't know they're on the Groupon. And of course, you can go to the Facebook page for more information. There are other. You guys have a website?
Yeah, we do. We have Bloodview Haunted House I believe it's now we had to switch it from .com to .org because some Chinese guy stole our .com.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got hacked and they took another holding at ransom. So we said, hey, F you guys, we're just going to go bloodviewhauntedhouse.net or .org. I'm sorry. So yeah, so now it's bloodviewhauntedhouse.org now. We also are on Facebook. We do have Bloodview. If you also look for Bloodview on TikTok, we have a TikTok up and running too.
Nice. You mentioned themes. Have you guys ever done themes related to movies or like maybe Stranger Things or Poltergeist? You guys ever go for?
So we, as I mentioned, we don't really tell our actors what they can and can't do. We just don't want them wearing like store-bought masks and stuff. So we do actually have some. We actually have a classic slasher weekend, which is fairly early. I believe it's still in September. So we have where people will do like classic slashers like Jason, Freddy, some of their own takes on some of those characters. So like I do a character that's kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's just my own creation. We have a couple guys that actually just do their own kind of like spin on different popular characters. So yeah, so we have like a theme weekend for that. That's I believe in the last weekend of September.
I remember, and that character goes back. I swear. So like early 2000s. I don't remember when. Maybe 2008 or 2007. Band that I was in, Chaota, we played at Bloodview Haunted House.
Nice.
You remember that?
Yeah, we used to do the band thing up there.
And I
tried it out for a year.
And I think that maybe even as far back as then you did the chainsaw, or was that later introduced? The chainsaw character.
I seem to be losing you.
I'm not losing you. You're right there. Are you there? Can you hear me? But in any event, good times. I got pictures from that somewhere.
Yeah.
So we went there, we filmed, and then we got to go through. And I'm telling you, even knowing the whole layout, okay, he gave us a whole tour, even like what to expect when expecting type deal, and still scared out of my gourd. And they do a lot of impromptu, like they go along with it. The actors, have their own little sayings or kind of like vibe that they bring.
Yeah.
And they're very committed. I'll tell you that. Very
nice.
Committed. Love it. And also, so I don't know if you mentioned, but you buy, so you go there, you get your admission, it's an all-night pass. You can just keep going and going.
Just scare the shit out of yourself over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to those parts that you had your eyes closed in.
There you go. There you go.
Sometimes that's the best part of a haunted house. You get to scare yourself a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
We like to say that sometimes we're not the scariest, but we try to be the best show in the Cleveland area. So sometimes you have to. Sometimes you can realize that you're not going to scare somebody, so you have to kind of like entertain them a little bit. So if we sometimes a laugh is almost as good as a scare sometimes. Plus it kind of lightens up for the next person. So sometimes we have a couple comedic characters to kind of make people kind of go chuckle a little bit too. So.
Nice. I usually laugh when I'm scared.
Yeah, a little nervous.
You're right.
A little nervous laugh.
Yes.
You're looking forward to Halloween?
Oh, I am. It's my time of year. I love it.
What's your favorite Halloween movie? What is a cult classic of yours that you just can't get enough of?
What, other movies?
Yes.
Oh, classic. The original Halloween is always the best.
It's true.
Love that one.
Jamie Curtis.
Jamie Curtis, yeah. Do you guys remember, was there a time when you were a child that you came across a movie that just it stuck with you? You kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
Kind of scared the shit out of you,
Oh,
with you,
yeah.
made you question things. Brody, we'll go with you first. As a child...
Well, I'll tell you, like the first bad experience I ever had with a horror movie. It was the movie Wolfen. I don't think it was like 5. I didn't really understand the whole idea of special effects and stuff. You walk in the room, my dad's watching it, and you kind of go, oh, this is kind of cool, and the wolf just devours some person. It really freaked me out for a long time. I wouldn't like, realistically, I should really hate Halloween, because I know my first trick-or-treat experience wasn't very good either. So, I think we made it 3 houses in, I was dressed as a mummy, and I could barely walk, and I literally fell down somebody's stairs.
Oh, wow.
So, realistically, I probably should hate Halloween, but after a while you get over it.
Right. You're still traumatized, though.
What about you, Kelly?
I remember the old black and white Night of the Living Dead, and that scared the heck out of me because that might have been in the late '60s, early '70s, I think.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was the genre that was new, and then now you see where it's gone to. What is that?
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah, it's been taken to the max, but it's always a fear of everybody.
SP.
All right, so this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but it was Pet Sematary, the movie Pet Sematary.
Oh yeah.
So I could watch the whole thing, but that part where I can't remember if it's her aunt. Was it her aunt she was taking care of, or her sister? Whichever one, right. Where she gets out of the bed and she's all bony and stuff.
Yes.
And she's like, "You'll never sleep again, never sleep again." Like, oh man, that I was done right then, done.
You never slept again, did you?
Done.
For me, Poltergeist.
Ooh. Yes.
Poltergeist. That was a good one. That was a good one.
They're here.
We won't keep you too long. We're kind of running behind as far as things on the show. But September 9th, Bloodview reopens. Also, tryouts are September 8th. Did you say 7?
Oh, September the 8th.
September
the 8th is the orientation, and we don't do tryouts. You just literally, if you're willing to volunteer, we're willing to teach you. It's basically how it works out.
Nice.
So we essentially become camp counselors for 2 months. So if you're looking for something for your 14-year-old kids, and they want to get some community service hours for school or anything like that, and you want to get them off your hair for a couple hours, send them our way. We'll be happy to teach them a skill that they can take with them.
And you never know who's haunting. Last year, you guys had Charlie from Rover's Morning Glory.
Oh, sweet.
As one of the haunters or actors.
Wow.
How did that go? How was that experience having Charlie there?
How did what go?
When you had Charlie from Rover's Morning Glory?
Oh, we put him in a cage. I think it was the same night you guys came up. And, we put him in a cage for a couple hours, and he talked about it on the radio. But it was, he did actually a pretty good job. He had a whole crew with him. They had a pretty good time, I think.
That was the same night that we did the filming?
Yeah, you guys did, I think you guys are doing a filming that night. Or, like, the next night or something.
I think it was the next night.
I think it was next night, because then you guys heard about it. Everybody was like, oh, they're with MMS too. Yeah, that's right. Totally.
Well, I think this year we should come out and film again, but this time, I'd love to join. I'd love to haunt. We would love
to put you in makeup, and then it would be kind of a different perspective.
What do you think, SP?
I'm down.
Yeah, man, it'd be fun.
All right.
You can see how it is to be on the other end of it, which is trust me, it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's
good making tough men cry.
The whole concept of Cleveland's Finest was to give people a view of talent, not only like on stage but off stage, and the whole aspect of it. So I think they would tie it pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too.
But thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you as always. I look forward to the
I
haunt
appreciate
season.
you, buddy.
Hey, you take it easy, Brody. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, man. We'll talk to you guys soon, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, brother. Peace.
That was Brody from Bloodview Haunted House. You guys make sure you look it up if you don't know. And if you don't know, now you know.
You know?
A lot of, not only is it something where, like, people come together with a passion and almost like a family or brotherhood. But they also, again, they donate proceeds. It's a good cause.
Yeah.
So always good to hear, always good to be involved, and I can't wait to be involved for the filming then.
Yeah, that'd be
Sounds
cool.
good.
That'd be
Yeah, I
cool.
got goosebumps right now.
That'd be cool.
Literally, I got goosebumps right there. I don't know what that was. So, all right, so how do we move on from there? You had some topics that you want to talk about, the state of the country, how we can really work towards change. We talked about COVID earlier. I was supposed to have surgery, and that got pushed back because of COVID, but I don't have to retest when I get, it just doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. Your thoughts, man-made?
I think so. I mean, at least we've exploited it. We know that much. And, man exploiting something that is derived from nature is nothing new. It's just all the politics that have come into play and the abuse of power that has just been, it's reared its ugly head lately. Subjects that we thought were buried, racism, liberalism, these subjects that we thought we had taken care of, they weren't ever taken care of. Now they're back. They're back with a vengeance. And I think that we're really going to be forced to change and see things here in the next few years. It's going to be interesting what happens. I know that personally I've changed my life because of events. And I know other people had no choice. And it's just, I don't know how you feel, SB.
I definitely think that COVID was man-made, and I think it's just a whole population control type thing.
Yeah. I mean, the elites have even said it, that there are too many people in this world for the world to sustain them. So their easy solution is to get rid of those that they don't deem worthy. And whatever their filter is for that, they're not really going to let us know. They're just going to start offing us.
Yeah, yeah. Sad but true. It's sad but true.
Right, yeah.
I think that at some point I had caught wind before there was a breakout and pandemic, and there was research going on in that lab. My personal opinion is that it was something that China was working on as a bioweapon, and it was, again, my opinion. As far as China and other countries, something that was being kind of experimented as a tactic to use to attack other countries unprepared and unbeknownst. And the whole point was that it would be something that they could throw out there that wouldn't be pinned on them, but they would be ready for and use to attack. Because there's a difference between, all right, we're going to go to war and attack you, and there's a difference between, in attacking, like cyber attacks.
Right.
Like out of nowhere, you don't know who it is, you don't know what's going on, you're not prepared for it, and how do you prepare for it? But then it weakens you, and then you can be attacked.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a strategy that's been around for eons. The Trojan horse. You don't really realize what is contained within until it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see that with everything going on with Russia. Now, you're a veteran? You've been in the military?
No, I graduated from a military academy, but I never went into active duty.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, I would say it's fair to say that you have that state of mind politically.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about the Ukraine-Russia?
Oh, that's a tough one because, you've got a country that was trying to form its own independence and had its own independence, but yet was still attached, not only by borders, but by economics. And they were so close that they didn't have a defense as far as the support of the world. And, you had a situation that I look at as like the East Germany, West Germany issue that went on where they divided the country, communism, and it's the same thing there. And as far as the motive of Putin, who knows, he's got to have a motive to do it in the first place. But what is his motive? Is his motive economics? Is it to grasp some more land? I really don't think that the land was that valuable. I think what it is the people and the politics is what is really valuable. I don't know. It's going to remain to be seen what happens because this isn't going away.
Now with China and Taiwan.
Oh, that's a scary one too because, Taiwan holds an economic epicenter, Hong Kong, which China has possessed and has a claim to, but it is so westernized, and it's against a lot of their activities that go on there as far as within the economics and capitalism is so westernized, and that's against their philosophy. So when they want to push their agenda on that area, everybody else has got something to say about it, and also we have to.
And, shave some money off.
That was what's your opinion on the replay?
That's my opinion. Money is the root of all evil. We know that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely. What did you do during the lockdown? Remember the lockdown? You couldn't go outside. You couldn't, fart in the wind. You had to.
You know what I did?
What's that?
I worked.
Yeah.
That's what I did too.
I couldn't work.
That's
We're shut down.
That's all I did. Worked.
I mean, thank God that I had a job that kept me because they didn't really have to, but they did.
No, what line of work?
At that time, I was working for a school system as a custodian, and so I was right in the midst of all those germs.
Yeah.
But it was strange. It was really strange because, like, 1 week we're normal, and then the next week we aren't. And it was really eerie. And I remember the reaction of some of the teachers, the uncertainty, and to see a teacher confused about what's going on and scared was a weird feeling because I think we were raised to believe that our teachers are
leadership.
They're our superiors. Yeah, they're our leadership. They give us strength.
Yeah.
And to see them lose their strength and be scared, that was kind of that was scary for me, at least.
Definitely. And what line of work were you doing?
Cook.
Now, did they close the dine-in?
So yeah, they closed the whole dine-in experience, and they did just drive-through.
So you had no downtime.
Yeah, no. So it was just, and the thing was too, they cut like the regular workers, like regular cooks. So unless you were like a supervisor or manager, you weren't working. Mm-hmm. So, and we did just as much business as if we were to be open through the drive-through. So it was me and another guy doing all that. Wow. Which I mean, it was trying, but made it through.
They shut my establishment down. I worked in the restaurant industry. I'm not going to say who it was because we weren't doing anything for a while. And then I think after a month or so, we started doing the, like Uber Eats and all that. So there was do that, but we couldn't do any dine-in or whatever. But anywho,
they changed a lot of menus too, didn't they, over COVID?
Oh yeah. They changed a lot, and then they had like paper menus, and like you couldn't use the regular menus because there'd be germs or whatever. And
right.
I don't. I my whole opinion with COVID is, like I said, I think it's just something to try to get rid of a population problem. But the thing is I don't get how like you said, like 1 minute we're okay, and then the next minute you have to wear a mask, or you have to get 3 shots, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I went through the whole COVID, like the whole pretty much epidemic, and I was, like I said, I was working. I was in the public, with people, everything like that. I didn't get COVID until we were supposed to take our masks off.
Interesting.
Flu went down too. A lot of people were getting sick less. I mean, it did help.
Right.
Especially with people that really aren't health conscious.
Right.
Well, that makes sense.
Distancing,
I mean,
social distancing.
right. There's less social distancing, less contact. That's just going to make sense. You're not going to spread things. You're
As
not
many germs
You're not
and
touching
whatnot.
as many people.
Right. They got people washing their hands now.
Right, yeah. The ones that weren't.
I just don't understand why that was a big thing. Like, wash your hands. That's
Right.
just part of hygiene.
You'd be surprised.
Well,
I
you
was an
gotta-
over-the-road truck driver for a while, and it was shocking to me. Like, I would go to the bathroom, and they're already nasty, and I'd go with my Lysol wipes and my can of spray. And I was amazed at how many dudes would, like, come out of the stall and just head right out of the bathroom.
Oh, man.
I'm like, I would like, put them on Front
wash
Street.
hands?
I'd yell, aren't you going to wash your hands?
He's pooping! He's pooping right now!
It's so
Watch them.
Wash your hands.
Yeah. So gross.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like in the the restaurant business, we use the same restaurants as the public does. And you go in there, take a leak or whatever, and then another guy's over in the other stall or whatever, and you go over to wash your hands, and dude just beelines for the door.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's like, whoa.
you're gonna pick your chicken wings up after that?
Then you go outside and see him shaking people's hands.
Yeah. No,
Hey,
buddy,
man.
give me the elbow.
Hey,
give
he
me
just
the
gave
elbow.
me the dick hand.
Dick hand.
Just wanted you to know.
I got my left hand and I got my Richard. All right, we're gonna roll into a clip. A reel by Love Reality. 56-year-old Florida woman is married to a carnival ride. We're gonna listen to that clip to get your insight on that. Then we'll go to a break, and then we'll come back with the top 5 underrated rappers. So let's get into this clip now. See if we can play that here.
Husband
Oh,
of 3 years. I am happily married to a carnival ride called a skydiver. I met Bruce in 1981. I was driving through town.
All right, now Bruce is an actual person. He's the carnival ride.
Lover.
What do they call him? No, he's the operator.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right. I thought
okay.
you named him.
Okay.
with
Me
a
too.
friend of
That's what I
mine,
thought.
And they're on horizon. There was this huge ball of light, and it was a skydiver. That first time over the top, it was almost like some women like tall men. Some women like men with a colorful personality. He's got all of that, and to me, I mean, Bruce is just amazing when he stands up and just being spread out. So I usually set up a table in here.
Okay, let me correct myself. Bruce is the
It's the
It is
the
the
ride. It's the ride.
inanimate object. I'm sorry. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Here and candlelight dinner. It's really nice being in here with him. And I can have more closer moments with him than having the main load outside and all my neighbors staring.
All right,
at
after
the
that, I got a
yard.
couple
You do
things
want
after
that
this.
behind closed doors scene. My name is Linda. I'm 50.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my first thing is, what does Bruce eat?
Oil.
Yeah. WD.
You having candlelit dinners with him? What's he eat?
Yeah.
Bruce?
Well, it's an inanimate object. It just watches you eat.
Well, then you're not. You're having dinner with yourself then.
This is an actual thing, though. People, there are people that have conditions, or not conditions, diagnosis.
Diagnosis,
I
yeah,
think a
like
condition would be
like
correct.
people, yeah, like people that like chew on toilet paper, or people that like
Make love to tailpipes of cars.
Yes.
yeah, crazy shit like that.
I've had a dog that I've loved dearly. It was my best friend. He was a soulmate.
But are you gonna marry your dog?
Absolutely not.
No. And it's illegal to have sex with them.
I have fantasized about having sex with a dolphin. I heard those are pretty
Ooh.
tight.
Oh,
I heard they're close to humans.
That's what I hear.
That's what I hear.
Rob J, you're not going swimming with the dolphins.
No. Anytime soon. No. I've banned myself from that.
You're not allowed at the zoo.
Go snorkeling.
SeaWorld.
Nope. Not going to see Rob J there.
I got actually banned from SeaWorld. That's another story. All right, we're going to go on break. We'll be right back on Cleveland's Finest. You guys hang on. Stay tuned. Again, make sure you check out the YouTube channel. It's popping. We'll have more footage, content coming up soon. But until then, check out this clip. It's a little preview.
What was that? So, Gizzard Coop, thanks for taking the time to do this press conference with us today. How'd you think your team did out there? Wings are good though, right? Best part of the game right there.
So how do I put this episode together? How do I show Cleveland's Finest?
Yeah, it's an all-night admission. So literally, and it's actually a good thing and a bad thing. Parents will just drop their kids off at 8 o'clock and then treat us as babysitters for $20. It's cheaper than a babysitter, so we end up entertaining kids all night.
Cleveland's Finest. Welcome to the day in our life, man. Yeah, what has he done for me lately? I see this dude grow up on the Harley, running tats everywhere, and everybody looks over, oh, it's the pastor. I'm like, the pastor? Get out of here. Pastors aren't allowed to have tattoos. They're not allowed to ride Harleys.
I'm Pastor Paul from Beyond the Walls Church, and you're watching Cleveland's Finest.
What is the word? That is the risk that you take in getting involved. Kind of cool how very useful serving.
What's up, it's Chris at Beyond the Walls. The pantry is great. The people show love. It's one great big family here. Amen.
I got a film crew here.
Yeah, Nate helps out with training. Wings, the guy who gave me the clothesline, he helps out with training and stuff. He was actually in our first ever wrestling match with Rockstar Pro. These guys are hard, bro. Jake, he does the riding with me.
You're watching Cleveland's Finest on G1 NBC.
Like dudes out of Rockstar that go to the WWE. We want energy, we want hype, we want to show that we're, a stronger style of wrestling. I think it's a lot easier to get somebody to our live wrestling show and want to come back because there's so much excitement. But watching on TV, you sometimes don't get that energy you do from a live crowd.
Yeah, but that's where that's at.
Yeah, live is where you want to see pro wrestling.
Come on, boss. I got you.
Big match. Another day off the top
I got you, boss.
Yeah, he's a wrestler good too. You be out there getting smacked around.
What's the point? What's the purpose? As far as the real aspect of it, as far as it being raw, it's about being honest, right?
What you doing on Monday? Monday, hopefully I'm still breathing.
G1 NBC, come on.
G1 NBC?
Sorry, G1 NBC.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of stuff going down. Y'all just gotta stay tuned. Yeah, man. Yeah, just get your remote, keep the TV on.
Bring it back. Cleveland, we coming to the top of the map. Wait, we already there. Just gotta let you know we in our way up. Bust up, flow up. And we're back. Cleveland's Finest. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you do all that. Support us. We got kids, for God's sakes. And again, go to our YouTube. Cleveland's Finest on YouTube. You can check it out now. All kinds of different episodes. A lot of content on there. G1 NBC Broadcasting. You can go to their website, g1nbc.com. You can download the app for free. G1 NBC. Stay up on all things local and above. But now let's get into, I got in the back DJ Khaled, like a mix of a bunch of his songs. You were talking about SP. Go ahead. What were we talking about?
So DJ Khaled's gonna drop his I don't even know what number album on Friday, and it has it's got a bunch of features on it. It got Drake, it's got Rick Ross, it's got the GOAT Eminem. He's got Jadakiss, Kanye West, Future. I mean, he's just a handful of fun on that album.
Another one. I can't wait for that, man. Yeah. I am.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see, especially the Eminem. It's supposed to be, I think it's Eminem, Kanye West, and is it Drake maybe? I think on one track.
Nice. Dope. All on one track.
Yeah, kind of like the what was the one with Kanye, Drake, Lil Wayne, Eminem?
Forever.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna have that kind of vibe.
Like every song that Eminem's on, as far as collab, it's like he kills it. Like,
oh yeah,
like it just overshadows. With the exception of the one like Bad Meets Evil was a good display where I saw him working with Royce 5'9" as equals.
Oh
man, these guys can go back and forth all day. I'm getting goosebumps again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same here.
Like him and then Proof.
Proof, yeah.
Of course D12, but like D12 again, you get overshadowed. But like as far as like artist to artist,
like on the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that, but because I hesitate and I'm like, but yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like maybe just same
vibe, like same
desire.
Desire.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of his ego took over. Sometimes ego takes over with rappers.
Hashtag desire. There we go.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like M kind of puts his popularity, his limelight to the side when he features with an artist.
Absolutely.
He doesn't, and especially nowadays, because you can tell the difference between like when Eminem featured with Jay-Z on Renegade, and he just wanted to kill the track. And he did kill the track.
Right.
I loved Jay-Z on that, but like Eminem killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, and Eminem, that was his. Hey, look, it's me, corny white boy. You guys don't like.
Look at what I can do.
Yeah.
And we mentioned before, I like as far as that category, Royce the 5'9" is highly underrated.
Yeah. I'll go into it now with I'll just say my top 5. We'll do top 5 underrated rappers.
Top 5 underrated, baby.
So I'm gonna start off with 5. I'm gonna say Immortal Technique. Now, if you don't know who Immortal Technique is, then you should go to your Apple store right now, punch in Immortal Technique, listen to a couple of his tracks. The guy can spit. A lot of people don't know who he is, but then again, that goes back to my look at hip hop. Like, I don't feel like these people nowadays, like Lil Durk and all these people like this, define hip hop, define rap music.
Now, are we looking in terms of catalog or lyrics or ability overall?
Lyrics, punchlines.
Like ultimate, just basically
the ultimate
like skill.
Rap. Yes, you have to have skill to be a rapper in my book. Like, you can't just rhyme blue with who.
Right.
There definitely has to be substance.
And then just
Right. And some uniqueness that makes it their own.
Yes.
I hate these guys that all sound the same.
Yes.
If you guys haven't heard, check out Blind Fury. This dude's blind. Like this to me, like that is the ultimate display. Okay, he can't write his stuff, and then what I'm saying,
right?
His memory is just crazy. Look up Blind Fury.
I've seen
highly
him.
underrated. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check him out.
well,
Did you get that? I've seen him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I hear
had to say
you.
that.
I hear you.
So number 4.
Who's number 5?
Number 5 is Immortal Technique.
All right, Immortal Technique. Okay.
Number 5, or my bad. Number 4 is gonna be Hobson.
Okay. Yep.
Is he Oriental?
No, he's black.
I'm sorry. That was from like Ponderosa. The cook's name was Hobson.
Hobson has came strong. When he came in the game, he was strong. You know, he's got his contacts in. He was with Strange Music there for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think he was.
I'm Googling.
Even if he wasn't, he would definitely fit in.
He would definitely fit in. Definitely fit in. So he came hard. I mean, his lyrics were on point. His messages that he delivered were on point. He to me is a very underrated rapper. Number 3.
Number 3.
So I had Snoop Dogg, but I'm gonna change that to Tech 9. Because again, Tech 9, Tech 9, I could listen to one of his albums the whole way through and still not catch everything and every meaning. He makes you want to go back and listen to it again so you can catch that little bit that you missed to paint the picture for you.
Right.
Kind of like how M does.
I kind of get that with Tech 9 because I really wasn't into them until I saw their entourage come into a restaurant that I was eating at. And I was looking at them and I was like, man, I want to learn more about this group.
Also, Tech 9 to me is underrated because he's not like every other rapper. Like you were saying,
Right.
you don't want
He's unique.
He's unique. He has his own strange music.
Right.
So and the whole group that's with him are like the same way. Like
It kind of reminded me of Wu-Tang Clan. The camaraderie, the group that he
like
was,
the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll move on. Number 2, I'm gonna say T.I. A lot of people sleep on T.I.
What is it about T.I. that you think puts him at that level?
Well, T.I.'s even said it himself. He raps for fun. He's already got money. He's got his hands in this and that, clothing lines, every kind of thing he can. Businesses, he owns things. So T.I. to me, and he said it himself, that he could walk away from the game for 5 years, come back, and still spit better than half of these rappers.
Interesting.
Which I feel his bars, his structure of his raps, that's what is appealing to me. The way that he raps, and he's not like everybody else.
I agree. Totally. I like the way he came up. Like, I didn't know anything about T.I. until I started visiting the South. And during the time when I was visiting there, he was coming up and, he's peddling his stuff on the street. And who is this T.I. guy? And then, it was like an anthem for the street in the Atlanta area. And
24s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, with T.I. actually did what what he was rapping about being a dope boy and about
Right.
being in the street life. T.I. was actually doing that. He wasn't one of these rappers that went to college and got a vocabulary and now they're talking about toting pistols and
Right.
and robbing people for chains.
Right. And I'm not all about and we can't even say thug life, but that aspect of it, the dope dealing and everything like
The
that.
violence.
I get it because that's the truth.
Yeah.
And then you get these copycats that come along and want to ride the coattails of that story.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you lived it, you lived it.
Right.
You lived it. That's what you're going to rap about. But you're not going to get me this guy that's coming straight out of Harvard, and now he's the hardest rapper in the game.
Right.
You don't know anything besides books, and you probably got, you're probably born with a freaking gold spoon in your mouth.
Right. Well, if he talks about like calculus and algebra, I'll listen to him.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you never know. He could have some fat raps about some numbers.
Right.
All right, so go ahead.
So number one.
Do number one, and then I want you to go ahead and rename them in order.
Gotcha.
Right through. All right.
All right, so number one, Royce the 5'9".
Yeah.
Is my number one underrated rapper. Now, Royce the 5'9", you never heard of Royce the 5'9" until you heard of Eminem. Or at least most people.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you're from Detroit, I'm sure you heard of him, before Eminem or whatever. But my thing is, he raps with Eminem, and he follows Eminem each and every way, each and every line, each and every verse. Like, you can't put another person with Eminem that's going to sound better than Royce the 5'9".
I agree.
And that right there is skill. And, I think maybe he's a little bit foreshadowed because he's with Eminem. But give my dude his props.
Yeah, he deserved them. Just a little tidbit I just looked up. But he did a little ghostwriting for some artists, and some of the artists he ghostwrited for was Dr. Dre.
Okay, yeah.
Puff Daddy.
Royce the 5'9"?
Royce the 5'9". So if you got skill like that, you made your bones.
But my thing is, he ghost wrote for Puff Daddy and Dr. Dre, but I guarantee you, if he would have did it himself, it would have been better.
Well, I think when you ghostwrite, you are doing better because you've taken what you've developed and think that maybe it sounds good if this guy says it, but I can say it too because it's always your material.
That and like sometimes if you, so like Royce the 5'9" in his own right, when he flows, it is what it is. But I think that's one of those things where like I don't think it necessarily would be as good if he did it, and that's why when you pass it, when you write something out of your style or a different story or whatever, and it's not of your character, you're able to give it to somebody that can make it shine and make it work.
So you think he's right? So you think like when he's ghostwriting, he's writing it to pertain to Dr. Dre or whoever he is writing it for?
I think he's taken his talent to another level.
Yes.
Where like you couldn't, if he did it, you wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't appreciate it like you would, or it wouldn't fit what his style is.
Right.
Sometimes, like, because I've done rock, rap, and sometimes when I go out of, what the norm, and it's so off, people are like, it doesn't fit, it doesn't work for you. So I get that.
And that I think that's a quality of his intelligence is to be able to say, hey, this it will work for you. I know it will, even though I wrote it.
And it's still contributing to the game,
Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
You have a sorry. So with the rundown.
So my rundown is number 5, Immortal Technique. Number 4, Hobson. Number 3, Tech 9. Number 2, T.I. And number 1, Royce the 5'9".
All right,
Sweet.
there you have it.
Sweet.
You have a list you can conjure?
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm a lot older. I'm the oldest one in the room here.
That's all right.
I just had a birthday. I turned 59.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Still young.
Yeah, I feel young. Kind of look young, too. I got carded for cigarettes the other day. But anyways, my rapping is, I think I'm blessed in a way because I got to see the transition and the development of rap from the beginning. Let me see. I'm trying to think of the big dance song that was considered rap. Hip hop, a hippity
Rock This Way.
Como D? Is that Como D?
No, hippity hip hop.
Are you talking back like KRS-One?
Yeah, rappers still like rappers
80s,
still like
like
KS1.
80s.
Yeah, the 80s. That was kind of the start. You always had rap if you think about it, rap was always in music because you look at a song that Aerosmith did that got made into a rap song, and you say, hey, wait a minute, that did rhyme, but they just put it in a rock genre. When Run DMC took it over, it became a rap song.
Yeah.
So that basics is there, but you can see how it progressed over the years, and it has a lot to do with society influences, things that were going on. You know, we talk about how the dope game influenced rap, how the jewelry influenced rap, the cars influenced rap, materialism, the whole 9 yards. And it's interesting to be able to be there at the beginning and see it come this far along. Sometimes it's disheartening because now we have these groups that are just running on the coattails of rap. Katashi 6ix9ine, those Island Boys. I mean, come on now.
That's not
it's gotten ridiculous.
Island Boys.
That's not even rap.
Oh no, it isn't. But they think they are. They call themselves rappers.
Get it out of the category.
Yeah, I'm sorry I brought that up.
It doesn't even deserve to be.
No. But you know what? If you look at them now, you probably could catch them on the street corner and give them a quarter or two if you want.
Yeah.
Just had a breaking news article come out. You can go look this up. Los Angeles County must pay $31 million in damages for graphic photos of Kobe Bryant crash site leaked by first responders.
I saw something about that a while ago. His
Let
wife.
Kobe rest in peace, please.
Yeah.
Please let
his
Kobe
poor
rest
wife.
in peace. And his poor wife.
But would you not be tempted to take pictures of Kobe?
Oh, absolutely.
Not
Kobe's
dead.
torso or Kobe's arm?
No. I got too much respect for the man.
I agree.
That's you, but society doesn't.
Yes, because it's going to pay. They're going to.
We're so fickle nowadays. Society doesn't have. We don't have boundaries like we used to have when we were growing
exactly.
up.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I'm gonna peek in your window.
If it's going to make money, I'm going to do it.
Right.
I honestly would be tempted.
I get
just
it.
to have the footage, just to have the wow, I can't believe this.
But would you keep it? Would you keep it to yourself?
Yeah, that's
or
what my question was going to be.
No.
You'd be showing friends at the bar.
Well, SP. Check us out.
Bro, Jay, don't show me that.
No,
I like Kobe.
I think it's a dick thing to do, but I think I would fall back.
I get it because that's a famous person. I mean, I would have taken a picture of Elvis puking on himself.
And it's like,
but puking on himself is a lot different than his dismembered body.
True. You're right.
And
either way, where do you draw the line?
Right.
This is like he said.
Death is
society
sacred.
doesn't though. Society does. There's a real thin line there.
Right.
And society encourages
a
you
big
to do
gray
things you
area.
normally wouldn't do.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Peer pressure.
Well, since you brought up Kobe Bryant, I don't know if you're a basketball fan or not.
I am.
Do you think it's fair for a comparison of LeBron James to Kobe Bryant?
Well, it's fair to compare anybody to anybody. Now, is it true? Is it a true comparison?
As far as, I mean, how are you comparing them?
Right.
As a basketball player.
Okay.
As skill, as...
Their eras intermingled, so I guess that's got some truth to it. Because they did play both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like we're saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to LeBron.
Right.
They never ever played each other.
Or Michael Jordan.
But I get it. But also, too, we got to look at it, the individualism aspect. They're individuals.
Yes.
They're each their own person.
Yes.
You know? So their personality, their look, their size,
their
you
style,
can
what
compare
they
them if
brought
you
to the
want,
game.
But in reality, they're still individuals. And
Thank you.
I don't like to do comparisons.
That's
when it comes to
exactly what
people
I was
like
looking for. That's exactly what I was
cool.
looking for.
Cool.
I think there's points where you can bring up comparison, but overall, there is no comparing Michael Jordan. There is no comparing Kobe Bryant.
But
There's
even
no
so,
comparing LeBron.
Exactly.
Only in the come up. Only when the rise happens. Only when the stats are matching. You know, for that period of time.
Right.
I think that's
or if they're playing against each other.
like it's one of those things of like, who does that remind you of? Like then you can do a comparison.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Jordan.
Right.
That's the new Jordan. But then when that wears off, there is no comparison.
That's just LeBron.
That is. Yeah.
I agree totally.
And there is no Kobe. It's like comparing. Like, could you compare Pippen to Kobe or Shaq? I don't care positions. I'm just saying.
Right.
No, yeah, I get where you're going, and that's exactly what I was trying to get to, was the individuality of each player. Like, each player brings different things to the game, different
stories,
aspects, different stories, different walks of life. That and that's the thing with society. Everybody compares everything to everything. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, this is how it was then, and then now it's like this, so now we're all fucked.
He wears Nike shoes. He's got to be better.
That's where it's hard to
Yeah,
debate.
yeah.
Because everybody comes from different backgrounds to compare or to relate in ways I don't even think understand. We could talk about old school rap, you know what I mean? And I could say I could agree or disagree. However, I don't think that I would be as knowledgeable to really be able to properly debate.
Right.
I get it.
As you, because you witnessed it. You know, you grew up in that era.
Right. And well, when you grow up within something like that, it influences you directly. Plus, it's something new that just came along.
Right.
You know, and when something new comes along, you really get into it. Like when Eminem came out, you really started saying, "Who is this guy?" Then you're getting into him, and then it's part of your life because you're growing with him.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
I get it. You can't have that same opinion on something that you didn't experience.
Right. Yeah. I totally.
But in the
agree.
same sense, that's what's great about music and movies. It's preserved for the rest of our lives and our kids' lives.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird in a way, you know. Like I was looking at TV the other day, and I'm like, damn, I'm looking at dead people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I was on TCM.
Remember, I was in high school at the time. I don't know if it was like, I think it was Rotten.com.
Yeah, I remember Rotten.com.
Where they showed like graphic.
Yeah.
Just like
yes,
broke sensitivity, and I'm just like, wow, like.
Well, that's like he was saying, like with the era and growing up and stuff. But sometimes you do catch those people, you know, that do appreciate the old music or do, you know, make you feel like they relate to where, you know, you grew up in that era, but they still make you feel like they relate to that. Right. Like the one dude at work, his name's Emery. And, you know, he was playing some...
Emery!
I was waiting for it. He was playing some old school rock music, and I was like, dude, he's like, I think he's like 20, 22, 20, 21, 22, if that.
Yeah. Like
wow.
21.
If that. I think that's pushing it. But, yeah, but he loves old school rock music. He's
sweet.
He's a good kid, you know, and
I love it when I hear kids playing some classic rock, like young kids.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I
He'll
love
put
it.
some AC/DC or something.
Yeah, AC/DC, some Metallica, like yeah.
Because you're reaching out, like you're getting out of your shell.
But also that shows me, you know, that the things that I learned that from my parents, or from, you know, that they learned from my grandparents, are still alive today. That's still getting, you know, trended. It's still alive.
Right.
It's still,
And it can be. And just to not get too much off the subject, but the way that lately certain aspects of society have been trying to change and erase history, that's a scary prospect, because you're getting rid of something that did happen, but you're trying to act like it didn't happen, and it had a great influence on society, and now you're just trying to shove it away by throwing away books and saying that this is a lie. You know, I don't know, like just recently they came up with this thing about the city, Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, and how it was erased, you know, and I never heard it, even me at my age, I never heard this in history class when I was growing up. You know, so somehow
the Mandela effect.
You know, yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
I really think there's my conspiracy is that you see UFOs and all that. I really think that it has something to do with like the universe, as far as either humans and time travel, or maybe even other species in time travel, and just the multiverse connecting, and you know, when they come in and out. I really think that may have something to do causing a Mandela effect. There was new ones that we
like
saw.
so, like you're saying, fuck.
Because there's
I can't even remember what movie it was, but like Butterfly Effect.
Yes.
Yeah, you change one little thing and it changes the whole outline whole, world or whatever.
And
Yeah.
as a collective, it's kind of weird that we're all like, oh, I remember it this way.
Yeah.
But then Mandela effect, and it's like, what? No way.
Well, no, it was like
And it's
that the whole time.
And it's still going. There's a whole new list. Because I'm going off of an older list. What else was there?
I know the one was like Richard Simmons.
Well, that's the newer one. Mandela. That was one of the ones.
With his headbands and his armbands or whatever.
Well, that was the newer one. But I'm saying the older ones, the common ones, Curious George, Berenstein Bears.
Okay.
Or was it Berenstein Bears?
Berenstein. Yeah. Like they said they changed. Like it was the whole. We were pronouncing it wrong, spelled it wrong the whole time. Yeah.
For years, like it's always been like it's stuck in my head. And then I looked up recent ones like The Rock, or even like M&M's. What's the slogan? You guys remember?
Melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Oh yes.
Right? That's what I remember.
Yes.
That's not.
What?
The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. That's what it is.
I don't ever remember milk chocolate.
I don't either.
Oh wow.
Isn't that weird?
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just a little tidbit because M&M's is one of my favorite with peanuts. Do you know why those were made?
I don't.
Or when they were made? Now this is what I heard. I'm gonna look it up, but supposedly in World War I, they wanted a way to have candy in the battlefield and not melt, and that's when this came about.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll have to look it up. I mean, you know what? Someone correct me. Call in. Correct us. We need some callers.
Yeah, come on, call in the show.
We've gone through a lot of subjects. I want to hear some opinions. Ours aren't the only ones. I mean, we do all have the same orifices.
Like dolphins?
Yeah. No.
We're nearing
Get Rob J happy over there.
Nearing the end of the show. Before we get off, let's finish this list. Top 5 underrated.
Top 5 underrated. My top 5 underrated?
Your top 5. All right.
Okay.
So, but let's say like as far as talent, ability to write.
Okay. Jeez, you put me on the spot, but I'll go back. There's a third base. Like them, I'm into some New York City bands a lot. Third base, they were some rappers, and I think they were a little underrated. Their writing ability was awesome.
So that's 5. And number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Number 4.
4. Too Short.
Too Short.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too Short.
Good call.
Number 3.
Do you think Too Short was underrated because he was so explicit and he wasn't ready for the times?
I think that was part of it.
I think
he was pretty
weren't
dirty
ready for him.
Yeah, the times weren't ready for him.
Yeah,
and he was pretty nasty and dirty.
Yeah.
You know, Nancy Reagan came to my house. Good job. But anyways, number 3. Let's see, 3. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, you put me on the spot. Well, okay, I could say 3. The Fugees.
Okay.
They did get some fame because of some of the members that went on, but I don't think them themselves had the longevity that they should have had with their content that they did create.
Well put.
Very good.
2. Let's see, 2. T.I. would have been on my list because I do believe T.I. was. I really like his music, and it's something that I discovered and went back to, and to this day still I'm discovering some of his hidden talents that have come out. So let me put T.I. on my list too.
Now, I understand T.I. I just want you to know where I'm coming from as an artist. It's that thing that you said before, and that really shows as far as his work or just even mentioned in public, is he does it for fun. He doesn't, to me, it's like you're selling people short. You know what I mean? That'd be like Superman. Be like, yeah, like I save people, but I just do it for fun. So I'm not going to do it when it's necessary, or I'm not going to protect it because it's that important to me. I just do it because I can. So that's why it kind of rubs me. But
right, I get that.
So and then where are we at? Number 2 now?
We're number 1.
for it.
T.I. was my number 2.
Oh, okay.
Number 1.
I'm watching the show. Trust me.
Number 1. Now this one, I think I could possibly be wrong as far as their underratedness, but this is one of mine. Public Enemy. Are you familiar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I think Public Enemy at the time when they were coming up had a very selective crowd.
Yeah.
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 You know, if you either liked them or you didn't back then. And back then, I didn't even like him. But I remember there was this guy that I worked with. His name was Mickey, and he was an Italian guy, and he was so into Public Enemy, and I was like, man, what's up with that? And finally, I was over the road working as a mover, and I got to go on a trip with him for like a month, and that's all he listened to. Well, he did listen to Dred Zeppelin, if you've ever heard of them, and they were pretty good too.
Dred Zeppelin?
Yeah, they sing Led Zeppelin to a reggae beat.
Oh,
Look it
wow.
up. It's pretty interesting. But he turned me on to Public Enemy, and then I started to see it. You know, he grew up over in Lyndhurst area.
Okay.
And, yeah, that was his influence, I think. And I got it after a while.
Nice.
All right, that was a pretty good list.
Rob J.
Make you think. I'll go through the list real quick, then we got to wrap up. So, and then this is going to be a weekly thing, or top 5. So you can always watch every show and maybe give us your opinion on the top 5, whatever it is we do. Whatever it is that SP would like to bring up. So top 5.
Might be
Underrated.
top 5 pieces of cheese next time.
Ooh.
It could be. Hey,
stinky cheese.
That's debatable. Fermunda being one of them.
Yes.
Top 5. Most underrated rappers. I'm going to go with on 5 would be Logic.
Ooh. That's a good one.
And I think a lot of that has to do with, you know, as his own fault for not either capitalizing or
Pushing the bar a little bit farther.
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, you know, a lot of people may be underrated or overrated, but a lot of it has to do with them as the artist, you know, for being that way. Just an opinion. So that's number 5, Logic. Number 4, Most Def.
Oh, that's who I was trying to think of.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely Most
Because
Def.
he's done some acting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought he was a good actor.
He's
Yes.
a great actor.
Yes.
I see him as a poet, much like Tupac.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And just so intelligent with what he's saying. He's somebody that will talk about education and you'll listen to it.
Kind of like Common.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely. Number 3, someone who I really think embodies like all of the top stars, you know, in little ways, like Eminem, Common, Most Def, but can get you going, get you thinking, has those little things where like, and Andy makes a point with some of his songs, like I'm Not Racist. That was a badass song, bro. Lucas Joyner.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Highly
yeah,
underrated.
yeah, definitely.
Highly underrated.
Definitely.
Yes.
We'll go down to number 2. And this guy, I feel, is like so creative and just could keep going and going. And makes rap cool. It would be Ludacris.
Luda
makes
Yes.
rap cool. Right?
Yes.
And Punch.
Luda makes rap fun.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I wanted to dress up one Halloween and make my arms real big, like in the one video.
Creatively, like, yeah, man. And that's what I'm talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
it was
all of his
fun.
videos, all of his videos were like funny and yeah, Luda, yeah, he brings the game some
Couldn't
fun.
Number one on the list. And this is the guy I'm talking about, who I think will never get the proper recognition, as he said, until he's gone. Much like all geniuses, Tupac, Biggie. Jay-Z's quoted on saying this. You know, they'll never really love you till you're dead or you're gone.
Right.
Someone who you can go back and even to this day, off the first album, second album, catch things you wouldn't before. Somebody who studies the game to the point where the lyrics that they write, you really wouldn't even understand. It's got so many different styles and influences. The innuendos, the messages, the metaphors, and then just a unique rhyming system in itself, to where you can take orange and rhyme it with 4-inch floorboard. Like Eminem, the most underrated rapper.
Eminem?
Fucking Eminem.
I get it. He's made his money.
He won't ever be given that proper credit. But if you look, this guy studies the game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
He's
this
a
is
workhorse.
This is what you think the game's all about. This dude studies it,
right?
Like religiously.
Yes.
And
and
has
he rewrites it too.
Yeah.
He rewrites the game.
Now, I understand culture and all this and the separation and the divide, but when you have somebody who writes so passionately, I mean, like, I get it. If you don't want to give that proper due because of style or because of
Longevity, or he put out
Because
one
of-
CD that wasn't the best.
Because of race, even.
Yeah,
I don't know how many people that I know of in my race that don't consider Eminem part of the game just because of his color. Oh, he was a crossover. I'm like, come on, man, give the guy his props. He was awesome. He was great.
I mean, he still is.
Yeah, he is.
Still is.
And
He still is.
He will always be. Eminem will never fall off. He might not
No.
give you what you want or what you expect, but you can't.
But he's gonna give you better than what's out right now.
Oh, absolutely.
On his worst day.
Yes, on his worst day.
On his worst day.
Right.
This is a guy who made it impossible for me to get in. When Eminem blew up, like, you can't really count Vanilla Ice. You just can't. You cannot.
That's not rap.
That's pop.
Yes,
it's
that's pop.
showmanship.
It's
Go back
showmanship.
to Tekashi. It's something he, was basically a puppet to make money.
Yeah.
He played Put in
take
Bay
it.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice did.
Did he do his rock?
I don't know.
genre,
I
or-
wanted to go see it, but I'm like, Put in Bay, a bunch of rich people that just hang out and drink, and they brought Eminem up there thinking they're part of the rap game.
No, Vanilla Ice.
I'm sorry, yeah, Vanilla Ice. Sorry, Eminem.
Eminem was a reason that in my music, because I've been on stage since I was 7, blah, blah, blah. I've always been into entertainment and music, period. So when I was signed to a label, Caprio Records, Cap, what up, shout out, I was being groomed as their artist because I didn't fit the mold as far as like gangster and blah, blah, blah. I was a word rhyming fanatic that had stories to tell through, like I did a song called The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, where it's like a showdown between, the competition. And I would tell real life stories because I was almost signed to Campana Records.
Ooh.
I don't know if you recall
Yeah.
Rival Records.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was almost under that facade. So he was trying to like mold me in like Caprio, and I was going to go by the rapper name Jesse James, and he said his reason was because I got away with words, and we could play off the James name and all this. And then when I started doing shows to promote the album coming up, I got the biggest hate in the world. At first it was like, oh yeah, okay, this dude. But then after the song or when the show's over, it was just, no, you ain't shit. It's like, you're trying to be Eminem. Oh, you want to be like Eminem? And that wasn't the case.
Right.
So that's why I went to rock, where I was more marketable, and it just played out. And to me, like rap, like, we'll go back and forth sometimes. If you'll notice, sometimes I won't respond. And a lot of that is because, like, whatever I say, or even if I write a song, I've had girls like, why don't you write me a love song? Because if I write that song and then shit goes bad, you destroy a part of my life. You take from me something that is so meaningful.
Yeah,
right?
you cherish it.
Like
You cherish it.
I did a song. The only song I've done about a female was a song called "Life to Ruin," which is about an abortion. Why must I have to believe in you? I don't know. How's it go? I don't know. We'll do that for another day. However, anyways, so like lyrically, whenever I put something out, like I have that fear that it'll look like garbage or come out like garbage, and you're not hearing.
It's a
like I'm
part
hearing.
of you.
It absolutely is, and like when it comes to rock and rap, I can write rock all day. It's easy for me. Especially like as far as like connecting with a wide range of people. And then there's that hip hop influence I can sneak in. But when it comes to hip hop, I've never taken myself seriously because like that was that thing. I'm just gonna be compared to Eminem, or I'm gonna be another white rapper just like this. But in reality, like if I release some of the stuff that I wrote, like without toning it down, like my shit is raw.
Oh, I
Any
know.
style, fast, slow. Like when I'm on it, man, and it's important to me because it's not just about like showing my ass. It's not about trying to make myself look better than anybody, but like the whole art of being able to paint a picture with words and then have it so dynamically put is everything to me. And there's that fear of if I put that out there, it'll be misrepresented as another white boy or Eminem or me doing the rap thing or whatever. But in reality, to me, it's not easy. It's not easy to just bust out a freestyle off the top of your head and just come up with stuff like that. I get it. It really shows skill as far as your vocabulary, your background, how you arrange things, and then your readiness. You know, like I had trained myself to be to a point where on the spot, you're like, hey, bust freestyle. Okay. You know, because that's what, if you're a white dude and you can rhyme, you know how many times I got beaten up in a cipher? 3 times. One by a female.
Wow.
If not beaten up, hit or hated. So I try to stay away from battling. But like in freestyling itself, man, I love it to the point where like I take it that serious. But anywho,
I get it.
Running over now.
I get it, man, and that's what I was talking about with Eminem. Same situation.
Like, and for Eminem, like to me, so like when I'm in a freestyle, like a lot of times that's where people come up with written things. Like I want to talk about what's in the room and what's laying, this green lighter that's right here in front of me, and I look to the left and the side I see, like being able to visually pull from your environment
to put them into your environment.
Spit it, and people are like, damn.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're looking and seeing the same thing you are.
Yeah, and they know it's authentic. And
Right.
they know it's off the top. Anybody can write a pre-written flow.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's where I get this new rap that I don't think they're grasping from reality, so to speak. They're just trying to
fit in.
Yeah, fit in and make another image.
Or
A
no,
false
they're not
image.
even trying to make another image. They're just trying to copy the image that they're going off.
Right.
You ever seen the movie Multiplicity?
Yes.
You keep copying the same image, and eventually it's stupid.
Right. Sometimes it's stupid.
We're
to
in
begin with.
in rap right now. We're in the last part. Hey, Steve. She touched my peppy, Steve.
Great movie. All right, we're going to wrap it up. And we'll be back next week with a guest. I'll make the announcement on the Facebook page. We'll get back at it. Into the swing of things. So every Wednesday, catch us 6 to 8 in there somewhere. Along with What's Your Opinion on G1 NBC. What else was there? I think that was about it.
I think I'm going to go marry a roller coaster.
Yeah. All right.
You can be the best man.
I'm in love with my truck.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I got a date with my dipstick.
Yeah. Hey, thanks Rob J and SP for having me.
Hey man,
this
thanks
was
for
a
coming
lot
on.
of fun.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, and it's great to see how you guys have grown. It's awesome. Yeah.
It just continuing, just keep going, man.
That's it. That's all we can do, man.
That's all we can.
Don't keep it on.
So check us out next week. Cleveland's Finest will be back and better than ever, baby. I'm Rob J signing out. SP.
Yeah.
Kelly McGowan, the Irish Jig.
Grrr. It's got a ring to it. All right. We're going to get out of here. We'll catch you guys later. Make sure you go check out YouTube. Do it, bitch. So how do I put this episode together? How do I show Cleveland's Finest?
Yeah, it's an all-night admission. So literally, and it's actually a good thing and a bad thing. Parents will just drop their kids off at 8 o'clock and then treat us as babysitters for $20. It's cheaper than a babysitter, so we end up entertaining kids all night.
Welcome to the day in a life, man. Yeah, what has he done for me lately? I see this dude blow up on the Harley, running tats everywhere. Everybody looks over, oh, it's the pastor. I'm like, the pastor? Get out of here. Pastors aren't allowed to have tattoos. They're allowed to ride Harleys.
I'm Pastor Paul from Beyond the Walls Church, and you're watching Cleveland's finest.
What is the word? That is the risk that you take in getting involved. Kind of cool how very useful certain.
What's up? It's Chris at Beyond the Walls. The pantry is great. The people show love. It's one great big family here. Amen.
I got a film crew here.
And Nate helps out with training. Wings, the guy who gave me the clothesline, he helps out with training and stuff. He was actually in our first ever wrestling match with Rockstar Pro. These guys were horrible.